NPS is the Net Promoter Score, which is a survey mechanism to calculate the number of loyal customers to the company. It also gives us an idea about how likely a customer is to recommend Dell. How I would perceive NPS is that it's a survey which would give you an idea about the number of customers who would like to have a long-term relationship with Dell and who would also recommend Dell by word of mouth, which would be a very good way of marketing. And being a tech support representative, how I can contribute to NPS is by resolving the customer's issue on a single call, and also by being the single point of contact for the customer, be it be any area, be it be billing, be it be tech support, or for any issues I should be able to resolve customers' queries.
Whenever a customer calls me, I would just treat him with acute importance and would make sure that I take the ownership of his issue and resolve it completely. Before I provide the resolution, I make sure that he is extremely satisfied with our services, especially Dell in general.
What we intend to do is we basically have a daily call with the store teams to ensure that illegal or incompatible parts along with the UL issues are removed, so that we do not have too many customers impacted, while we still try and communicate these issues back to the customer and get their confirmation.
We give a lot of focus on understanding the customer business, do a lot of preparation before the call, so that on the call we ask the right questions and get the right information from the customer. And basically we should maintain this, we should reach a format where as an account manager, the rep should be able to maintain a relationship with the customer, and so that the customer opens up and discuss their business, and it is just not a transactional or a one-off sales that I want this or I want that, but more importantly where the customer actually discusses his or her businesses in a stretch, like in a future perspective also.
NPS, Net Promoter Score, is a brilliant parameter to actually go ahead and measure our customer loyalty. And as a customer, I would also go ahead and be loyal to a particular product if I got a brilliant product and a brilliant customer service, right from end to end. Now, as a technical support representative, I go ahead and make sure that my customer gets a resolution right the first time and the best possible customer service experience as well. Now, a couple of things that we can go ahead and think about are proper troubleshooting steps and all the customer handling skills that we've been trained upon, whether it is empathy, acknowledging the customer's concern, apologizing whenever it is needed, and making sure that the customer vents out whatever feelings that he has, so that we can go ahead and then we can start afresh with the customer and then go ahead and make it a pleasant experience for him.
Well, I would say the customer services and the product quality should go hand in hand. Not only that, just ensure that every customer would leave with a smile when we end the conversation on the call, and I'm sure this would make customer to come back and remember that delightful experience that we deliver on every call.
We've been traditionally talking about customer experience, and that's been more like a metric. NPS is more of a culture that we need to drive. Every individual in the organization really needs to recognize and understand how he can contribute to the NPS, how important a role he plays in ensuring that the customer is happy with Dell and recommends Dell to a friend or a relative of us. I think that's very important. What we've started is having hurdles with each team, really to explain to them what NPS is all about. That's most important. Once they know what NPS is, how it helps them, they're going to start doing the right thing for the customer. And that is what is critical. So create an awareness. That's primary. I think once you create an awareness about NPS, 50% of our job is more or less done.
NPS for me is customer retention, customer loyalty, and what I do for customer retention and customer loyalty is provide the best of customer service I can to the customers who are calling in. We can ensure this by making sure that the customer is connected to the right person the very first time he calls in, and try and resolve the issue the very first time. First contact resolution is what we try and give our customers, and basically just make sure that the customer is happy with what we are doing, with the service that we are providing, so that we in return get more customers by word of mouth. So one satisfied customer could lead to 10 more customers for Dell. One dissatisfied customer could result in we losing another 10 customers. So NPS is nothing but a way of retaining your customer loyalty, as well as knowing where you stand in the business. That's it.
And the training patterns, each and every activity that we involve now will be revolving around NPS. Now, in the previous occasions, we used to tell them what their matrices were, what exactly how to achieve numbers. Now, other than achieving numbers, we teach them how to achieve NPS, give best customer experience that they can give.
Net Promoter Score. Well, promoters, if my customer is promoting Dell, that means more business for me. And hence, it's very important to improve our NPS.
Net Promoter Score, also known as NPS, is a measurement mechanism which is developed to gauge the customer loyalty. When we talk about loyalty, we think how a customer will come back to us, will do business with us. It's only when we provide them the best possible solutions and encourage them to come back to us as we provide them the best possible solution, the best customer service. As I talk about myself, I'll try to deliver the best possible resolution as quickly as possible. Give them first call resolutions, talk about their positives, give our companies positives so that they think that they are not mere customers to us, they are much more than customers.
NPS or Net Promoter Score. It's a score which is used to measure the loyalty index of the customer. To summarize it in a phrase, we can say customer first, customer loyalty. So NPS definitely plays an important role in today's competitive world. We actually get to know where our company stands in terms of NPS. In my perception, NPS would be an important parameter for a company's performance. And in EPP customer care too, we definitely promote NPS or Net Promoter Score. And we actually promote NPS by resolving customers' issues efficiently. We make sure that each of our customers walk away with a smile, and we make sure that all of our dissatisfied customers become satisfied at the end, and promote Dell positively. And when we actually put a question how customers are likely to recommend Dell to their friends or colleagues, Dell should be the first thing that should actually come out of their mouth when they recommend a computer-based company to their friends or colleagues.
NPS to me is to ensure all the orders that are submitted online get completed with the minimum turnaround time. That leads to excellent customer satisfaction. When we first looked at the NPS scores and the questions followed by them, we bucketized the top two actions, one being communication and two being the rep behavior.
NPS is nothing but Net Promoting Score, and it's in loyalty towards a brand. Customer showing his loyalty, and to put it in simple words, how much percentage of reference they are giving to their brand and referring to their friends and colleagues or neighborhood. And how I can contribute to NPS is nothing but to be a team player and share some information with my colleagues. And the most important is enjoying my role in the organization, so that I can give my 100% to customers, serve them best so that they can promote my brand, that is Dell.
Hi, for me NPS is more than a tool. I think it is a measuring rod by which we measure the smiles of the customer on the other side. I talk to the customer and the customer smiles on the other end of the phone, and NPS measures that smile. For me, NPS is more than a tool because it measures the love of the customer towards Dell. For me, a customer, I would know through NPS how much a customer loves Dell, and I think it is more than a tool for me.
Definitely, rightly said. NPS would be more than a tool because NPS gives us the exact image of the public. It tells us what exactly is Dell in their hearts. NPS is not only for customers, it's for everyone. And it gives us exactly what people feel about Dell in their hearts. NPS would be great, because it is open in the market, it's there for the competition. So I I guess NPS is the right way to describe a company's growth and its standing in the market. According to my contribution to NPS, I would say I would deliver the Dell's 3Ds, devote, delight and deliver. Because I would devote myself to giving the complete technical assistance to all the customers who call in. I would delight them with a new experience that they could face in Dell. Make sure they do not have any past experience which makes them, think twice before calling Dell. And then last, I would delight them with new horizons that Dell has for them, giving them all the new features which Dell is there for them. Dell is giving us everything we need for NPS, and I'm sure everybody will do well if they just follow what Dell tells.
I think the company has really started a good journey. A couple of things that we should do as a company, and I'm sure that we are already doing. One is obviously the 5-star initiative, the product initiative that we launched. I think that's going to be a big differentiator, because if we have to really succeed as a company, we have to ensure that fewer and fewer customers get in touch with us. We sell them a product, they should be so happy with the product that they don't have to call technical support, that they don't have to call customer care. If we really do that, I think the single biggest differentiator for the customer is, you deliver the product at the time that we said we will deliver, and once we deliver the product should be so world class that they would never have to get in touch with us. If that really happens, then we'll have truly loyal customers.
Our main goal is customer satisfaction. Unless and until our customers are satisfied, I know for sure that they will never come back to Dell. And we ensure that we regain that faith, that trust and confidence in Dell, because that's what we focus on. We ensure that every call that we take, customers are satisfied. We ensure that we bring a smile on their face. That's what we deal with. And according to me, NPS is very important, because unless and until you resolve their issue and ensure that they're happy, they will never come back to Dell.
I think the more harder I can work on my incidents, and the more faster I can move my incidents, in that way I can help increasing my net promoter score for the company.
Every call I take, I need to be responsible of what I'm doing. I need to ensure that all my customers are going back with wow service, and customer satisfaction should be at 100%.
The top 2 action plan which we implemented immediately after going through the NPS score, the first one being the communication part of it, and the second being the rep behavior. On the communication part of it, this being a contact center environment, we strictly implemented an English zone here. The moment the rep enters the floor, he has to speak only in English. So that's the first part of. The second part being the rep behavior, we implemented a process in place where we started call calibration of an individual rep on a daily basis, where a manager, the CE coaches, area manager and the program manager sits and audit the call and give the rep immediate feedback.
First thing we should do is we should gain the faith from the customers, that is like understanding the customer's problem and clearing his problems. Then only he'll gain some sort of faith in us, and then only he'll be able to promote our product to other customers or any of his friends or family relatives.
I always try my best to give extra mile, kind of a resolution to the customer, so that customer at the end of the day, he's satisfied not only with me, but he goes by and talks to everyone about my company. So according to me, NPS is a very good factor which everyone has to look up.
I vouch all my support for all the 3 initiatives being driven by Dell, and this will help us ensure that all the detractors and passives actually turn out to be promoters of this organization. So definitely a good and challenging time to be in this organization, and I'm very positive that we will be reaching there. We will be the top organization in terms of net promoter score. So are you willing to contribute your bit?
NPS is a customer loyalty index wherein we check how many of our customers, after purchasing products and services from us, go back to their friends and relatives stating that Dell is a brand which they need to stick around with. It's a huge thing when it comes to making a transition in being a market leader in NPS. My contribution to NPS is to ensure each and every customer who interacts with me gets end-to-end resolution, and we ensure ownership by providing a final point of